Hey everybody, I just sold my Cornet Electric, so I fixed my so it got me motivated to fix my 1959 Underwood portable. So this is the case that the Underwood came in. Bottom is clean. It must have sat on its bottom for, it's from 1959, so whatever that is, 60 years. The rest of it is filthy. Let's get it out of the case here. I can show you the case a little bit. So in the case you've got a storage here for paper or a cleaning kit or whatever. You pop these two tabs here to pop it out to unlock it, and then there's two latches in the back to bring it out of the case. Those receiving hooks on the bottom back each side go into the back two slats of the case. Okay. Let's bring this guy out here now. And this case also, I might have shown this in that when I first got it. This is that one I got for 18 bucks. It's got those slide out pins, so you wouldn't need to necessarily take it out of the bottom. You know, you could just slide the top off and then leave it in the bottom of the case. But what I used to clean it, the typewriter surface, and starting on this case now is my industrial strength Windex. This stuff is not like your blue juice in a bottle. This stuff's foam. Let's put it on here where I started. We'll let that soak for now. So it'll come out like foam. But this stuff won't hurt paint. It'll clean some serious stuff up. Let's let that sit and soak for a minute while we go into this. So the other thing is I had one of those aftermarket old stock ribbons. And the thing is so dry. And it's actually, I've been unraveling it because it's garbage, but it's actually stuck like tape. It won't just unspool. You have to peel it like tape. It's just stuck on there. So if you ran an old stock ribbon in your typewriter and it's gummy, you're just going to gum everything up and they're sticky. I'm not a fan of the old stock. It should just unroll. It shouldn't be like tape. But it is, and it's flaking and everything. It's just junk. Now, granted, this is an Olivetti spool, but it wouldn't have made a difference because I'm probably going to sell this typewriter anyway. Now they're just scrap spools, though. So what I have is these FJA Products. I bought some colored ribbons. I got a green one and a blue one. But we're going to just pop one in there that's fresh. And I thought I'd review, though, the typewriter while I'm doing this, some of its features, because it is kind of a cool thing, an old Quiet Tab Deluxe. So you've got your carriage lock here. Yeah, you can't see it till I move it, I guess. So here's your carriage lock on the side. So what you do is you hold it up and then you release the carriage and it'll drop right into place. That's how that works. And it'll just drop down when you move the carriage. It's free hanging. Okay, so let's start in the back since we're back here. So it was made in Canada by Underwood, but this is made in Canada. Here's your margin releases back here. You've got your paper rest and your ears here. They make kind of a cool horn shape. You know, that's what they look like to me, like horns for like on a ram or something. This thing has it has no wear from sliding. This is the page edge. So if you got a piece of paper, you can line up its edge. There's no marks from it ever sliding. So this thing must have had minimal use, but at the same time, it took a lot to kind of get it up to snuff. This was all bent, so I had to reform that. Now it lays good. Feeds paper well. Here's well, what is this? I can only guess at that. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that allows you to free spin rather than ratchet. That's what this one does. It allows you to free spin the platen rather than use the ratcheting action. You've got a carriage release on each side. You've got this, which is for the paper pan underneath to disengage or engage the feed rollers. And there's a lot of feed rollers on this thing. I had to straighten the margin scale out. You've also got this on the side, this platen knob button you push in to also make it free spin or let it out, but you got to hold it in. And you got your 1, 2, 3 spacer here for single, double, or triple spacing. So here it's in double space. Okay. Down here you've got, you actually can see part of the spring at the mainspring in the middle, so you can add a little oil to your mainspring if you choose to, because it's just enough that you can see it, so you don't have to do anything there. Pretty easy to clean. You got to throw a ribbon in this. Here's your ribbon reverse here, just like on the old 1931, you know. You push this to pop the hood up. You got a spring on each side. Let's just throw this green ribbon in there. Feeds. Come on. It feeds. And these are those aftermarket spools that are universal, like that. They just have the little snap, but it's fine. So it's going to feed like this. Oh, and you've got eyelets on these, so let's get the eyelet rolled on there a little bit. Okay. So we're going to go this way with it to the inside, because when if you watch, see the way this is turning, it's going that way. They probably have an arrow somewhere indicating that, but it's going to be to the inside like that, and then same over here. And we'll just throw it in the ribbon guides, and we'll bring this middle up, jam up 2 keys. I'll be in red, bring that up a little. So this is your ribbon vibrator, and if you can see, it's got, you open these little ears up to the inside like that, kind of like the Royal had that pinch system. It's kind of along that line. So it's for easy insertion of a ribbon. There we go. Good. Now, what else do we got here? You've got a de-jammer key, so if you jam up 2 keys, you can de-jam. So the margin release de-jammer key. You got your clear and your set for tabs. I've deleted all the tabs out of it, I believe. So, and you want to baby it down. Don't just let it slam if you're tabbing. Here you got your backspace and the shifts and your shift lock. And you know, you don't have to hit shift to hit shift lock. You can just hit shift lock and it goes. And you can release it from either side, so that's cool. Red, black, and white. Stencil mode middle. Underneath we have access to almost everything. I don't see any rust on here. The feet are in okay shape. I just cleaned them up and they're good. Bell's shiny. Everything's rock and roll here. So I just thought I'd do a quick review. But cleaning it up, it was almost as dirty as that case is, which I got that little spot on that I want to try and wipe off before we go, so you can see the power of industrial strength Windex versus the juice in a bottle that you get from a grocery store. Okay, so let's see here. The Quick Brown Fox, D-Jam, Fox, jumps over the Fat Dog. And you don't have a exclamation point, so I had to home make one there. I'm hitting light. Maybe I should adjust the touch control here. You got the touch control. I'm going to bring that down to about 2 Yeah, I get a better imprint now with 2 than I do with 3. Of course, I'm standing up too, so yeah, oh yeah, and you know it's a segment shift, so she's a pretty good feel, I guess, for what I've done here. But let's take a look at this case now with the spot I've had soaking and see if we can bring it back. It's just, see all that yellow? I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's the way to do it there. Just let it sit and work its magic. Can you see that difference already in the, I think that's probably from a smoker, cigarette smoker or something. Huge difference though. Might not come through as well on camera as it does here in person, but that stuff's magic. Alright, so that is a 1959 Underwood Deluxe, Quiet Deluxe. And have a good day, everybody.